I saw her face in the river. It wasn't human, and it was calling my name. My name is Tund, and this happened 3 years ago in my village in Assam State. I have never told anyone the full story because even saying it out loud makes me feel cold. I keep telling myself it was stress or my mind playing tricks, but each time I think of that night, I know it was real. I know what I saw. I know what I heard. And I know the river is not just water. I grew up hearing stories about the spirit of the river, Iya Odo, the mother of the waters. Our parents always warned us not to go near the river at night. They said she walks along the edge looking for people who disrespect the water or those who walk alone with a heavy heart. I always thought it was just a story to scare kids. I never believed a word of it. Until the night I had to walk home alone. It was during the dry season. The heat was bad, and many of us went to the riverside to cool down. That day I stayed longer than usual because I had a fight with my brother and didn't feel like going home. The sun went down before I noticed. Everyone had gone. The riverbank was empty. The moment I stood to leave, the air changed. It became heavy, like it was sitting on my skin. The insects that usually made noise at night went quiet. Even the water stopped moving. At first, I thought it was just in my head, but then I felt something brush my ankle. I jumped back. There was nothing there, only the shallow water touching my feet. I told myself to relax and started walking toward the footpath. That was when I heard it, soft at first. Tuund. I froze. I don't know how to explain it, but the voice sounded like someone calling me from under the water. Not across the river, under it. I took a step back. Tund. This time louder, like the water itself spoke. I should have run, but my body wouldn't move. My chest felt tight. My hands shook. Then the water in front of me formed a small circle, like something was rising up. Slowly, a head broke through the surface. At first, I thought it was a woman. Long hair, pale skin, thin shoulders. But when the face lifted fully, my stomach dropped. The eyes were wrong. They were too large and too black, like the night sky was inside them. Her mouth stretched wider than normal, the corners almost reaching her ears. She had no nose, just 2 small holes. She smiled at me. Not a human smile. A hungry one. My legs finally came back to life. I stumbled backward, but she moved along with me, gliding without making a splash. Come, she said. You have been sad, I can help. Her voice was calm, but something inside me screamed. I turned and ran. I didn't look back, but I could hear the water chasing me, dragging across the sand, fast and wet. I ran until I reached the village lights. When I stopped and turned, the river was still, quiet like nothing happened. I didn't tell anyone. Who would believe me? They would say I was tired or making up stories. For days, I didn't sleep well. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw her face rising from the black water. A week later, an old woman in the village caught me avoiding the river path. She asked why. I told her I slipped and almost fell. She looked at me for a long time, like she could see through the lie. Then she said, "The river does not call you unless it wants something." Her voice was soft, but her eyes were sharp. "What does it want?" I asked. She shook her head slowly. "Try not to find out." Since that day, I never go near the river alone. Not in daylight, not at night, never. But sometimes, especially during the dry season when the nights are too quiet, I still hear it. Soft, calling my name. From the water. And each time, I pray it never decides to rise again.